What's up, Sports World? Todd Tracy here with Legacy Maker Sports Network. The Liberty Flames fell just short to the Missouri State Bears 21-17 after a go-ahead touchdown late in the game sealed the win for the Bears. With the loss, the Flames dropped to 3-2 in conference play and 4-5 overall record. The Missouri State defense challenged the Flames all night long. The Flames had several chances to capitalize on key possessions that could have changed the outcome, but just couldn't finish when it mattered most, especially when it turned into a defensive battle. The Bears' defensive front gave Liberty some trouble at the line of scrimmage, but running back Dickens still managed to put together a quiet 100-yard rusher performance. Missouri State made strong halftime adjustments, holding Liberty just to 7 points in the second half while finding their rhythm offensively. The turning point came late in the fourth quarter when the Bears defense forced a 3-and-out, setting up their offense with just over a minute left. 3 plays later, Missouri State found the end zone for the game-winning score, capping off a hard-fought victory.
Obviously, just disappointed in the outcome. We coming in this game, we knew it would be a ground-out game. The way they played, a physical group, we wanted to control the ball. We wanted to be good on third down. I thought we did that for the most part there. Try to own time possession, keep them off the field a little bit. We did not make enough plays in the first half. We had opportunity. I thought we had them on the ropes a little bit. We didn't make enough opportunities there to separate the score. Obviously, in the third quarter, they came out and made some adjustments. We took a little while to adjust offensively and made some adjustments defensively. And, we gave up some plays there from a defensive standpoint. And, I thought we did some good things overall. In general, was all three. But we needed to make some more plays. I thought some drops on offense really hurt us. We had some chances at big plays that could, again, extend the score, and we missed. We dropped some passes that were brutal, and then I thought we had some penalties that just gave them some plays there to help extend some drives that really hurt us there in the second half. And so I'd have to look. 2 of them we were, and they made good throws and good catches. 2 of them it looked like we were in some type of maybe off man or a soft zone. We missed 2 tackles. I mean, you missed 2 tackles. In those situations, you gotta get guys down and keep them in front of you. But they go 4 plays there and score 4 plays, 70 yards. And so I mean. That was a frustrating thing. I waffled back and forth going for it on 4th and 1 there. I waffled back and forth. Defensive played well. They needed a field goal. They had no timeouts. We had some timeouts, and so hindsight's 20/20 there. Hindsight's 20/20. At that point, what I was thinking is now they're already in field goal range. We need to save our timeouts in case we get the ball back. Is what I was thinking from that standpoint. That was my mindset of that. After the 2 plays, they were already in field goal range. So I was thinking, all right, we need to maybe save our time. Hopefully we'll get a stop, get some stops, and I can use some timeouts there to hopefully if the field goal set up a chance to at least get the ball back. Well, it's hard because you had obviously there was a pathway for us to get back to the championship game, which is what we wanted to do, and you had opportunities to take it, but you get what you deserve, and we didn't deserve to win by. The things that we didn't do, catching the ball in key situations or not covering the guys in key situations. There's that goal is now, sort of gone, obviously, unless something miraculous happens. But, we still want to obviously get to a bowl game and have an opportunity to win a bowl game. And so those are out there. So there's a lot for us, for this university, it's important to me to play for. But it'll hurt tonight. It'll hurt. And because especially for our seniors that, wanted the opportunity to play for that. That's going to be tough for them, but, man of character, they pick themselves back up and they keep fighting. That's what it was trying to draw off sides. They're going to take a timeout, sort of see how they lined up. And again, I was waffling back and forth. Obviously the penalty took that away, but, just trying to see how they lined up to that formation, a quarterback sneak. We're just going to try to jump off sides or, somebody moved. And so that took away that opportunity there. So that was, but I did think about it, but I felt like, defense had played pretty solid for the most part all game. Obviously I didn't, they put down the field that quickly. Might have changed my mind. Well, I think they're pretty good, and they make you have to execute quite a bit. And if you go back, I think we had the second drive, we're driving, and I think we tried to reverse and lost a bunch of yards. So this game's about patience versus a good team like that. I think we're on the plus side of the field there. 2 drives in a row, you make good points, and we went backwards. And then I think the next drive, I think there was, I think we moved a little bit, maybe had a drop or something, there were some things there, but they make you have to keep staying at it because those 3-yard runs can turn into a little bit more. They started to towards the end, and I think we maybe got away, I don't want to say got away from our game plan, but we had to be a little bit more sticking to the things that we wanted to do. But they're good. I mean, they're a good defense, and so, but I think one drive we had 2 drops on 3 out of the 3 plays that were first downs or big plays. And so anytime you have drops, we consider drops like turnovers. That stops all momentum. I think it was something that we did a little earlier, and we just didn't come back to it quick enough. And once we did, and then we were able to set up some other things with it, which was good. But probably too late. Yeah, I mean, because it was. They were trying to answer it, and then you had something the other way. We just probably got a little bit too late to get into some of those things that we needed to get to. But also, when you have good plays, and we had some, you got to make them. I mean, you got to make them. We had some plays to make that would have opened up some more things, and when you miss them or don't make them, it puts you in a situation there. I think we had a 3rd down where we threw the ball maybe a little bit behind somebody, and the guy knocked it down. What could have been a first down in a big drive. We were close to positive territory there. So there's a lot of little plays throughout the game. But I thought we hit a low, obviously, there in the third quarter. I thought the first half we moved it consistent. We dropped it there in the 3rd quarter. I'm trying to remember when the big drop was. We had a huge drop across the middle, or had a big play. I think that was the 3rd quarter. Might have been 2nd. I'm just running together, but that puts you behind the sticks. I mean, against a good defense and stuff. Well, I wouldn't classify it as right track. I would say I'm disappointed in our record. 100%. Yeah, 100%. I think you talk about 3rd year. Yeah, we'd love to be better, but also it's almost like you start over every year with the way the portal is, right? And so that's why I look at it. There's a lot of different challenges, but yeah, I'm disappointed. I don't think we're off the track as far as our culture and our program and what we're doing there. But we got to be better. I thought early on he did well, and I thought first half. I think pretty good. He was putting the ball to the right people. There in the second half, I think the first drive we might have threw it right to somebody. He dropped it, obviously, and made a bad decision there. I thought in the 3rd quarter, maybe we tried to do too much, or we didn't. They made some adjustments. We didn't adjust quick enough. But I thought he put us in position to win. Obviously, the play there at the end, I don't know the fumble. I've got to see that. I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know if I was watching the perimeter. Did we drop the ball?
It was he kind of
ran
before the snap actually got to him.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
And obviously that was not a very very good play. And so there's areas he knows he can improve on, I'm sure. But the thing that he fights and he does everything he can to help our team win. Sometimes just gotta continue to make the best decisions possible. But I thought he overall, without watching the video, it looked like he pretty solid. Obviously, the last play being, we're trying to get down the field, make a play. That happens, but I was pretty solid there. I mean, it's all about those things. When you have some runs, offensively, when you have a chance to get some big runs and you don't quite get to the linebacker, we're able to watch the game, on the sideline. You don't quite get to the linebacker where you need to. That run's a 4-yard run. It really could have been 8 or 10 or 12 or who knows. And so those little details of getting your guy and getting the proper leverage, all those things, against good teams, especially a good defensive team that make you earn it. You got to make sure you're doing those things consistently. And every game they've been in, with the exception of one, it's been a grind them out like that because they're a big physical group. They do a good job. And so it's all about those things. Looking the ball in, looking the ball in. And tucking it, making sure you really, look to catch instead of trying to run, little things of that nature. They add up when you're playing good teams, and they also, when maybe we're struggling offensively and defensively from the other standpoint, aligning right, making sure we're in the proper alignment, making sure that you got the proper leverage. Those little things add up if you don't do that consistently.
2-minute warning is it's gonna be fast paced, so we gotta get down, we gotta cover up. I just think I'm really not too sure what was going on in a 2-minute drive. Usually we dominate that drive more. It would have been better for us to get a stop right there. But yeah, I'm not too sure what happened right there. But yeah, that was majority man coverage.
Yeah. After they scored,
we just gotta find a way to win. After they scored on the 2-minute drive.
Yeah.
Just believe in the offense at that point. It was kind of out of our hands once they scored. We had 27 seconds left with 3 timeouts, so we always gonna believe there. We didn't want them to score, of course, but it happened. We thought our offense had a chance. We lost again, but
Was the focus?
yeah, that's majority what it is most of the time, but mainly it's just get the ball down. When the ball gets put in the air, it's on us to get it down. So
Yeah, a couple parts of it.
yeah, we just trust each other to go make the plays. Coach gave us good play calls, and we just got to come out and execute it. And that's what we did the first half. We got to make sure we do that all throughout the game, though. Yeah, it's pretty deflating coming from that game was, win or lose. We've been saying in practice this week, these next 4 games are elimination games. It's like we're in the playoffs, so we just got to put our head down. The game's over with now. We got to just find a way to win these next 3 games. I mean, not so much. We miss Joe out there on the field tremendously, but we got guys who communicate. We do it at practice all week. There's not really any drop-offs with anybody on the field. So, and mainly the communication comes from us in the safety room. So, yeah, I don't think it's much of a difference. It's hard because the end result you want in anything is to win, and when you don't win, it's kind of hard for you to look at the positives of a game that you lost in. You just got to find a way to bounce back and look at the things that we didn't do good, and look at the things that we did do good, and try to just do the good for 4 quarters in a football game.
It was just, at certain times, important times of the drive, we hurt ourselves and then kind of push our drive back and really stall our drives. So we just got to do a better job of just going out there, executing, doing our job, and we'll finish drives.
Specifically on the touchdown drive, the second one.
Yeah, the receivers did a good job of fitting the run. They were bringing the safeties down, bringing the backers. The blackers were flying, so I think they did a good job of taking care of all those guys to open up the holes for the runners. Yeah, it starts now. Tomorrow we guys got to look at the film, critique, and correct whatever went wrong, and then go back next week and practice and fix all those things and get back to accomplishing the details and getting the details right so that we're ready to play next Saturday. Yeah, it was tough not getting the first down, but at the end of the day, it just comes down to execution, and that drive we just didn't execute, but that's something we're going to correct and something we're going to fix for next week. I think it's going to be just finish the season strong. We're not going to just give up just because, the conference championship chances are a little lower. What we're going to do is go back to work next week, and the week after that, and the week after that, and try to end the season on a high note. I think it just goes down to, we kind of hurt ourselves a lot, and we didn't execute all across the board, and that can hurt you when it comes to those drives. So, like I said, it's just about going back, seeing what happened tomorrow, and critiquing that in practice next week, and trying to apply it on the game Saturday. I guess it's pretty difficult because obviously you want to end it on a win, but like I said, it's just about finding out what went wrong. I had a good performance. I still could have done better in some things. So it's just about going watching film tomorrow, critiquing what went wrong, getting the details right, and going back at it next Saturday.